Hello, everyone, and good day to you. I hope you're doing great. This is Roger Deering with Grubus Games Unlimited, creator of the Avalon Adventure board game and Dungeon Crusade, and I welcome you greatly. Of course, I hope everyone is doing awesome, enjoying your summer, and we are back in our series, and we are going to be going over the Guardian phase. And I wanted to say on the other video, and I apologize, there are some new subscribers here. Thank you very much. From the heart, thank you. I'm very grateful to you that you want to spend your time here, and hopefully you're enjoying all of this Crusade stuff. And please stay tuned after the series. We have an exciting announcement to make. I think many people are going to enjoy. So everyone, welcome, and consider hitting the subscribe button below so you won't miss any of these videos, especially for the ones we have coming up. Okay, let's get right into this. Guardian phase. Of course, we just went over the encounter phase. I hope you enjoyed that. Again, very easy to process. This right here is even easier. Again, if you're following along at home, we're on our quick reference guide, Guardian phase. And what this is, a Guardian, think of a Guardian like a boss monster in the game. There's a chance they could spawn into the dungeon. And remember, we were looking at the Guardian spawn track a few videos ago. So honestly, what it is we're going to get to this, but just real quickly, because I have something kind of fun I want to do with you over here with the Guardians. You consult the Guardian track over there. We're going to do that. You roll a d20. If the result is equal to or greater than where the red token is on the track, you spawn a Guardian into the dungeon. And that's something we're going to touch on too, is the spawning system that I came up with for Dungeon Crusade. It's really cool, and I think you're going to like how Guardians and minions, they use the same system, how they spawn into the dungeon, okay? But first, let's go over here, let's meet these 8 Guardians, and then discuss a few things. Just go over a few things now that we're here in the Guardian phase, and I think you'll enjoy it. Then we're going to learn about what this Guardian phase is, and it's not very long at all. So I will meet you over there with all the Guardians. Okay, and here we are with our dastardly bunch of Guardians. Aren't they charming? Before we begin with this, I do want to give a huge shout out to my very dear friend and artist, Freddie Lopez. I worked with him on the creation of these and the heroes and all the other monsters, and he is just absolutely awesome, just so talented, creative, and he can think of some wicked stuff. I might have met my match with Freddie. He's incredible. So Freddie, thank you. I know everyone enjoys your art, and just like all the other artists in the game, just truly awesome people, and it was a pleasure and honor to work with them. So let's talk about these Guardians. Like I said, these are the bosses of the dungeon. Think of them like that, and they're very tough. Let me introduce you to all of them, and I think you'll like to learn about them. So I had all of these, and actually, if you want to know something, I actually had 12 Guardians way at the start, and because the game is huge, I took 8 of them. So hopefully those other 4, and maybe a few others will show up in the expansion. So here are these, we're looking at level 1. So of course I wrote some lore about them, their backstories. So here's Nefarion, followed by Dreadthorn, Razorfang, Lord Blackhand, the leader of the Blackhand army and evil faction in the game. Red Widow, very interesting story about Red Widow you can read about. Horus, Banevic, we've seen him a lot. And finally, the toughest Guardian in the game, Magmus. And again, just Freddie's art is just amazing, and it was a pleasure to work with him. So those are your 8 Guardians. So let me explain to you about Guardians, and in a way how they're like heroes. You're aware of those quest tables, quest table 1, 2, and 3. Well, just like heroes, Guardians level up in the game also. So on level 1 here, you can see, they're pretty tough. They got a lot of health. And I'm going to give you a pro Crusader tip. You probably want to create a party of heroes to be your Guardian hunters. You know what I mean? Maybe 3 heroes, and you're going to send them through the dungeon and maybe hunt down these guardians. So it's just a tip that you might want to consider. So if you're going to hunt down Magnus here, you're going to want some heroes who are strong in these warfare types to take him down, and he is definitely the toughest guardian in the game. So all of the level ones just have the origin stories that I wrote for them. But let's get Banevik here. I'm going to show you how this works. There he is. So, like I said, the guardians, I wanted them to level up in the game. So just like your heroes, they're going to get stronger. But like at level 1, he just has his origin story. And this follows suit with all of the guardians. However, at level 2, of course, his warfare values and damage goes up. His health goes up. But now he has a new special ability that he can use. Also, when he goes to level 3, he has a brand new special ability. All guardians have new special abilities that I created as they level up. Again, higher health, and those warfare values are going up with significant more damage to your heroes. If one of these gets a hero solo, they can do some serious damage. And finally, the Fierce level 4 Guardian. And again, a brand new special ability that does more damage, and the warfare values are considerably higher. And remember, this is normal difficulty. There's expert and heroic. You take on some heroic guardians, you better be prepared. So I just wanted to briefly show you and introduce you to the 8 guardians in the game. Okay, and we're about to get into the guardian phase, and I just want to refresh your memory on this. Remember over here when we were doing our setup, we are playing on novice difficulty. We're only going to have one guardian spawn into the dungeon, and we set our guardian spawn track at 20. Okay, so I just wanted to refresh your memory on this for what we're about to talk about in the guardian phase. Okay, and here we are over on the dungeon UI board, and remember the guardian spawn track here. Of course, it's set on, I'll move this, you can see it's set on 20 right now. So let's say we're playing. This is simply all it is. You take your D20 and you roll it. Okay, so what do we have here? We have 15. Of course, that is lower than 20. No guardian will spawn. So what you're going to do is you're going to move this token down by 1. So think of the guardian spawn track almost like a timer. You know the guardians are on their way, but you don't know when they're going to arrive. Okay, so let's fast forward to the next turn. Of course, we would have, this guardian phase right here. No guardian spawns. We'd go through the hero phase, monster phase, back to the top of a turn, do the upkeep phase, encounter phase, and we're back here at the guardian phase. Now, I'm just going to load the dice on this one. Let's say that 19 was rolled. Of course, that's where the token's at. A guardian will now spawn into the dungeon. So let's go over this quickly. First thing we're going to do is move this down to 18. Okay, we're going to come over here to the level 1 Guardian deck. Remember, our heroes are level 1. They're working on quest table 1, so you will spawn a level 1 Guardian. Before we do that, remember, if your heroes are working on quest table 2, you're going to draw from the level 2 Guardian deck. And finally, remember how we mixed the level 3 and level 4 Guardians together? I separated those so you could see. You're going to mix those together. So there's a chance a level 3 Guardian could spawn for when you're working on quest table 3, or a level 4 Guardian. And remember, you draw from the bottom of the deck, not the top, because you want that to be a surprise to see if it's a level 3 Guardian or a level 4. But as for now, we're going to draw from the level 1 Guardian deck. And it's our friend Banevik. So let's get his retro-inspired cardboard miniature, and let me show you how to spawn guardians into the dungeon. And also, you will be doing this with minions, so it's one and the same. Okay, notice this kind of like skulls and this like green bubble right here that says 1. That's what's known as a monster spawn point. This is how minions and guardians enter into the dungeon. I'm going to pull the camera back and just kind of give you the layout of this. Okay, so spawn point 1 is right here. Kind of don't know if you can see it, but right here, there's the number 2 monster spawn point. Up there in the cesspools north, there is spawn point 3. I gotta point you up a little more, but that's up there. But basically, I'm gonna pick you up here so you can see. It's almost like a clock. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and over here in Ogre's Lair west, here's 8. So just picture that, it just kind of goes like a clock around. So what we're going to do is, I'm going to point you down here at 1. Well, actually, I'll put you there. You simply roll a d8 as I drop it. Excuse me. But you're going to roll a d8. Okay, 2 is the result. And you probably got this already, right, guys? You're going to take Banevic, and you're going to spawn him on spawn point 2 in the dungeon. It's as simple as that. So you can see as guardians and minions enter the dungeon with this system, you're never going to know where they spawn. It could be anywhere. Let me point out one other thing also. Okay, let's suppose we are playing with actually 2 guardians. We set our difficulty for easy, and 2 guardians will be spawning into the dungeon. So on the next turn, we roll the d20 and 20 comes up. Of course, another guardian is going to spawn in. We draw a monster card and we can see it's going to be Red Widow. So she's going to roll that d8 and like 2 came up. And if there's already a guardian on that, what you simply do is place the new guardian adjacent to the other guardian. Or if you want, you can use the patrol route die, and we're going to be getting into this in the evolved minions video next. I'm not going to touch on this now because I'll keep talking about it because I think you're really going to like this. So you simply roll the patrol route die. Orange came up. You would find the orange patrol route, which is right here, and then just place Red Widow right on there. So that's actually how that works. Okay, we're going to wrap this up right now. So we're going to fast forward, maybe 4 or 5 turns ahead. And I used that strategy where I created a guardian hunting party with Maheliak, Enwin, and Zeke here. And so let's just say that he already had damage and they killed Banevic. We're going to go over here to the quest tables and talk about that Kill the Guardians quest. But I want to give you kind of a pro Crusader tip. Besides the one where you have a Guardian hunting party, remember that special abilities don't use an action. You have to use essence. A lot of the heroes have ranged abilities. So when I play, this is just something that a good strategy is, maybe you want to have like initiative token 1 on Enwin. Hopefully she has some kind of ranged ability, so she could put some damage on Banevic with one of her abilities, and then of course she could move and rally the other 2 heroes, and then they could all, start attacking Banevic. So it's kind of like, a party of heroes attacking a boss monster. So I wanted to give you that strategy tip. Let's go over there to the quest table and we'll wrap this up. Okay, so here we are at quest table 1. Now remember, we were playing on novice difficulty for the guardian spawn rate. Only 1 guardian was going to spawn. We have completed that quest. They have killed Banevic. So you're going to flip that over to the closed book side. We have cleared the Kill the Guardians quest. It's as simple as that. And of course, they're still working on the side quest and the main quest. Okay, before we pull the camera back and end the video, I just want to go over this real quick and summarize this. And you can see this Guardian phase is very, very quick. So what we're going to do is, when we go into the Guardian phase, we're going to get the D20 and we're going to roll it. If that result is equal to where the red token is or higher, you're going to spawn a Guardian. So remember, if you're working on quest table 1, you're going to draw a level 1 Guardian, so on and so forth. And of course, you're going to move this down by 1. But if that result, of course, is lower than where the red token is, no guardian will spawn and you just proceed with your turn. So let's suppose we were playing with 3 guardians per quest table, meaning, 3 guardians are going to spawn per quest table. Once your heroes slay those 3 guardians, we're going to come over here. If they're working on quest table 1, we're going to flip the Kill the Guardians quest over to the closed book side. That quest is now complete. And it's worth mentioning right now that we can see the track goes all the way down to 11. It doesn't go any lower than that. So once it hits 11, it is locked there. But remember, after Celebration Day, you are going to reset this to whatever the difficulty was. So since we're playing on Novice, it would get set back to 20 after, each Celebration Day. And finally, remember, when you spawn a guardian into the dungeon, remember the monster spawn points, you're going to roll a d8. Simply roll it. Whatever the result is, that's the monster spawn point where that guardian will spawn. Okay, and we are at the end of the Guardian Phase video. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope, again, you learned more about it. I hope you found it interesting to learn about the 8 Guardians in the game. And this mechanic you saw is very simple. And with all those different 8 monster spawn points, you never know where the Guardians and the minions are going to spawn in the dungeon. So that's one thing you already know now. That's how minions will spawn in. They use the same exact system as the Guardians. Lastly, you know what video's next, because I am really looking forward to this. The official game variant of Evolved Minions. And Ruben, I'm going to put you on the spot. I was chatting with my very good friend Ruben, who knows this game like the back of his hand. He's been taking that for a test drive, and he concurred with everything that what I was saying. It really speeds up the game, and it's really fun. So just know I'm going to be doing a really nice presentation for this for you. We're going to be going over a minion card, learning what's on that for you. And I'm going to have these cool little battles going on all over the dungeon. So expect about 5 or 6 battles with minions. And I'm really looking forward to this, and I think you're going to love the presentation of how all this works. Very easy. All right, guys, I hope you have a great day. Thank you again for all your time and interest and excitement for the game. I love making these videos for you and getting you acclimated how to play. Stay tuned, because the Evolved Minions are invading Dungeon Crusade next. Have a great day, guys. I'll be talking to you soon.